Good morning. It's day 15. We are about 3 miles in and just taking a break to hydrate and fill up our water bottles while we have a chance. We're super excited because Dad is on his way and he has all sorts of goodies for us, like new shoes for my feet and, a bunch of our snacks. And we're going to be able to shower. You can see Marty back there. He's getting water. We didn't sleep very well last night, which is kind of crazy because I've never been in a forest that's quite as quiet as the one we were in last night, even the night before. I'm not sure how it could be so quiet out in the middle of nowhere. Seems like we would hear something, but we are properly motivated today because Dad is coming. So here's hoping we can knock out some miles and can't wait to see Dad. Hello, friends. It's the night of day 16. I guess time flies when you're having fun. Yesterday, just to recap, we had a slower day again. We were feeling tired. I guess after hiking for 15 days and over 250 miles, that kind of makes sense. But we took it slow and took lots of breaks and knew that Dad was going to be there at the end. So that was a good reason to keep on going. The very end was very hilly and there were some wicked staircases, but we made it through and got to see Dad and go to the Airbnb and shower. You see this? 2 days of showering. It's wonderful. And even better is that tomorrow we're doing nothing. Our very first 0 day. No hiking. Well, we're doing lots of things, probably like laundry, but no hiking, so that's cool. We got cheeseburgers cooking right now and french fries, and we are just enjoying our time to relax, recuperate, and plan for the next few days, which are going to be kind of rough. We're in a pretty remote area, not a lot of places to resupply, so we're going to be carrying a lot of food. But this western section is supposed to be the most difficult in terms of those things, so we just got to get through this next week or two, and then hopefully we'll be in areas where we can resupply more and not have to carry as much, which definitely helps our feet. And speaking of feet, I got my new shoes today and they are fantastic. My feet are so happy. They felt so much better. We even did some road walks and I'm feeling good. We did slack pack today, so that also may have contributed to that. I think we got about 21 miles in, maybe a little more than that. Our goal was to start early and do as much as we could because the weather was cooler today, and we wanted to take advantage of that because it's been so hot. So mission accomplished, and it is almost time for dinner. So we'll see what kind of stuff I can come up with to tell you about on our 0 day. Good night. Hello. You eating bugs?
Ta-da!
Hello, friends. It is the night of day 18. As you can see, we are at camp, which happens to be a campground, which is nice because we have cleared out spaces and the bugs aren't very bad, and there's nice pit toilets and a water pump nearby, and we can get rid of some trash, so yay for that. Our 0 day was crazy busy. We had to do a lot of planning. That's kind of how we started out our day, and really realizing that we had like 7 days to get to Antigo, which is the next town, and there's just not a whole lot in between. So started getting a little bit concerned about carrying all of that food and having big mile days. So we contacted a trail coordinator named Ruby, and she is very kindly going to be bringing us a resupply on Sunday morning. We contacted her yesterday and she said she was willing to do it, so we took her our stuff, and so grateful for that because Tomorrow we're doing 24 miles, which is a pretty big day, and it sounds like there might be some storms in the morning. So we're not really sure what's happening there. We don't have cell service to kind of check on that. So sent a message out to Dad on the Garmin and hoping to hear back from him, because we would really like to get started early, because once the heat of the day hits, it is really hard and we get pretty slow. So we'll see how that goes. We also went and did laundry yesterday and had ice cream for lunch, and then Dad grilled us some amazing fillets, and we just really enjoyed our time with him. Another great thing that he did for me, so my shin thing has still been bothering me, but he happened to have like an ankle brace that goes up to the part of my shin that's hurting. So I tried it out last night and I actually really think it helped. So I have it with me. I'm not going to wear it while I'm hiking, but I am going to wear it at night just to try to help. It's not excruciating pain. It's not stopping me, but it is swelling sometimes. And I don't want to make it worse. So we'll see if it helps. Thank you, Dad. So we are just kind of hanging out tonight. We got here super early. This was our one short day. We could only do 12 miles. And then we kind of got stuck because for the next 24, there's not really anywhere for us to camp. So this was kind of our last spot. So here we are. We got here at like 1:45, I think. Just kind of been lazing around, playing cards, taking it easy. So I'm hopeful that tomorrow should go pretty good in terms of our bodies, because really we had on Wednesday a 21-mile day slack packing. So that is kind of a break. We had a 0 day, and now we only had 12 miles. So here's hoping 24 goes well. I'm kind of looking forward to this week for some parts, because we are going to be going to a shelter, which sounds pretty cool. And we're just super excited to get this western part done. So it is almost time for dinner. I am going to go and help get that ready. And here is hoping that the storms don't roll through, or they're very mild in the morning. Morning, friends. It is day 19, and we didn't get to leave early like we wanted because there were some pretty big storms last night. The nice thing is that we were at a campground, so again, the ground was maintained. We weren't worried about trees around us or any of that, but I think it's almost 8 o'clock now, and we packed up all our stuff in the rain and ran down to this pavilion so that we can have some breakfast. So getting a much later start than we were hoping, but we did get a lot of sleep, so we have that going for us. I'm gonna have to stop in the middle of the day, hoping some sun comes out so we can dry out our tent because it is soaked. But this is what the trail is all about. You never know what's gonna happen. You make a plan and it'll change just like that. So we'll still get where we gotta go. Just might be a little later when we get into camp tonight, but we'll be all right. Good morning, friends. It is day 20, and yesterday we successfully did 24 miles. We got pretty lucky in a lot of ways. You know, the rain at the beginning of the day got us out super late, so we were kind of worried. But there weren't a bunch of ups and downs. The trail was pretty well maintained. The rain seemed to have cooled off the temperature, and there was a lingering breeze throughout the day. So I think we got into camp about 8:30 or 9. Body's feeling better than ever. So overall, it was an awesome day. The last 4 miles were pretty hard. It was a lot of tall, overgrown grass, but as you can see today, It is beautifully mowed by Ruby and Bruce, the trail coordinators for this area, who brought us our resupply this morning. So we are loaded down with 4 days of food. They also brought us some fresh water, which was a wonderful surprise because we had some uniquely colored water from a river that we were going to be filtering. So thank you so much, Bruce and Ruby, for your generosity. They are also going to drop us off some water ahead because after tomorrow the water spots get a little dicey. So again, just people helping because they want to. Complete strangers. It's amazing. We're so grateful. We're trying to do about 22 miles today to a shelter. So we're starting about an hour earlier than we did yesterday. It's about 2 miles less. So I'm feeling confident that we can get it done. And once we get to camp, we don't have to set up our tent. So we're hoping to do some laundry. But we're doing good. We're feeling strong. We did pass the 300-mile mark yesterday. I know we're the ones out here doing it, but saying it out loud is kind of hard to believe. So here we go, I guess. Let's knock out some miles. Good morning, friends. It is day 21. We made it to the shelter last night, got our 22 miles in, but when we got into camp, it was dark, and I mean dark. We haven't done a lot of night hiking, so we tried to see if one headlamp would work, like the person in the front could wear it, and then the person in the back would, in theory, be able to see. That didn't work. I was basically hiking blind. Marty had his headlamp on in front of me, but I just got my phone out, used the battery, used the flashlight. So, you live and you learn. The shelter wasn't really at all what we were expecting. In Tennessee, a lot of times there's like a loft. On the North Country Trail, we had one that was like screened in and had bunk beds. This was really just an open shelter with kind of a bench in the back. So after some discussion, we just went ahead and put our sleeping stuff on the bench in the back and went to bed. Actually slept pretty good. We were just super tired when we got into camp last night. Hiking the last mile in the dark was very exhausting, and the section we're in kind of lured us in. So in the beginning, we went through this place and there was a sign that said it was an enchanted forest, and it was pretty enchanting. A wide path filled with pine, super soft, kind of majestic. And then as it got darker, we got out of the enchanted forest, and felt like at one point I was just about to run into a wall. It's just a giant hill in the dark. Anyway, we survived it. Got some decent sleep. We're thinking about only doing about 17 today. There's a couple of campsites up on Chain Lake where we're hoping maybe we can get in earlier, do some laundry, and just kind of relax because we've got a couple of pretty big days ahead of us. Get a chance to lighten up our packs, eat some of our food to make the next couple days a little better. So yeah, we're just hiking to where Ruby left us some water and trying to get through this day in this darn western section. Gotta get to it.